Hi, welcome back for episode 3. My name is Chris Mitchell, Executive Director of Fulton Health. I'm standing here with Dan Fey, owner and general contractor from Spectrum Construction. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the schedule and the process for the Center for Orthopedic Care here at Fulton Health. Before I jump into that, though, I wanted to remind everybody we have episodes 1 and 2. Episode 1 with Dr. Diaz and myself. Episode 2 with Tom Peelis and myself. The first episode, Dr. Diaz talked a little bit about the expansion of orthopedic services for Oswego Health, his joining Oswego Health, and what attracted him to the community. Tom Peelis, our Director of Facilities and Project Management, explained a little bit about the process in terms of working with the architects, getting it on paper, and then transforming what was a blank space here at the former ALE Memorial ED and Fulton Medical Center as it currently stands into the Center for Orthopedic Care. In some ways, I think Tom might have had the easy job, and I say that kiddingly, but in reality, Dan here had to translate what was put on paper into a full functioning suite, which, as you can see, there's sheetrock up and guys working behind us into something that we can use very quickly with a timeline that was impressive, as we talked about in episode 2. So Dan, tell us a little bit about how you manage the schedule with the guys, nights, weekends, otherwise.
Well, after speaking with the folks from Oswego Health, we started with a concept of what we wanted to end up with here, and then I had to get a cast of characters together to, number one, do this thing correctly, and number two, get it done in the time frame that was requested, which was pretty short, as it would be in the construction world. So I hired an architect, and we developed a scope of work, and had to shop for several different contractors that could not only pull a job off in a quality fashion, but also do it in the time frame that was requested. And so we put together quite a nice team here and worked with the folks from the medical center and worked nights and weekends and stuff to get this thing to the point that it's at currently.
Right. And some of the reasons you had to work through the nights and the weekends wasn't just because of the aggressive schedule, but because there's a clinic downstairs.
That's correct. This building presents some obstacles given that it's fully occupied, fully finished below. Most of the plumbing and infrastructure for this suite is done in the suite down below. So we can come in at night and do our work and then clean all up and try to make it look like we weren't there. Which we sometimes did and sometimes not so well.
Yeah, no, totally understandable. And so this project is about 6,000 square feet. And so from a Spectrum construction standpoint, not your biggest project, but your biggest project with Oswego Health. So when we presented this opportunity to you, what made it attractive to work with Oswego Health?
Well, we've been working with Oswego Health for the last few years. We've done several smaller projects and a couple medium-sized. And I was asked to take a look at this. I was super excited to get into something a little bigger in my hometown because we really don't do a ton of work in Oswego County, even though I am from here. So I was pretty excited to be part of this beautiful building and part of a nice build-out to continue our relationship. And so I was excited to get right in here and get this done and kind of prove what a local construction company can do for the area as well, along with coming up with a nice project at the end.
Right. And so you mentioned a few important items. I myself am a native of Oswego County too, as are you. Your kids went to school here in Fulton. And so you know about the project, you know about the orthopedics and what Oswego Health has done over the past several years. So tell us about the impact this will make to you and your family and your friends being in the area, having accessible health.
Yeah, well, what's kind of neat is Oswego County, didn't necessarily have the best health care historically. So it's kind of nice that this building in the last few years this whole center is transformed. Are getting some quality health care, getting some quality people, and it's an alternative without having to drive to Syracuse and to go get somebody that you can feel confident with taking your children to or staying, coming here yourself for some services.
Right. That's great. Well, thank you again for joining us. We appreciate it. Again, check out episode number 1, Dr. Diaz and myself. Number 2, Tom Peelis and myself. This is Dan Fey. I'm Chris Mitchell. We're going to sign out for today. Our next episode is going to be with Dr. Keller and myself. Dr. Keller just joined Oswego Health from Arizona, actually, where he trained in Albany and grew up in Pennsylvania. So we returned back to the Northeast for him. And we're very excited to have both his sports medicine skills and coming from a level 1 trauma center, his trauma skills. So more to come. Thank you.